Last night at the Royal Rumble, I decimated The Rock. I finished his career, but most of all, I earned the right to main event WrestleMania one more time. So tonight I have to pick either Ryback or Brock Lesnar's championships. Either of these two men beside me I will face at WrestleMania 30. So it's time to make this one official. I invite Triple H, the leader of the Authority, to come out here and let's make this official, shall we?
Behold the King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King.
First of all, before I make my decision, Hunter, I want to say thank you. Thank you for bringing me back at Survivor Series. Thank you for giving me another opportunity. Thank you for reviving my career. Because last night at the Elimination Chamber, everything that I've wanted to achieve for so long finally came into fruition. But all this would have happened a lot sooner if you had to give me the opportunity at TLC instead of taking it yourself and being selfish. You know I wanted that match, and you know I've been wanting this for so long, yet you continued to let me down. You continued to make me do other things, be the stupid GM of this show. I don't care about being the GM, I want to be a wrestler. But yet you refused to put me in that ring. You avoided me from ever entering that ring, so I had to take it upon myself to enter myself in the Royal Rumble match. And it just so happened to be that I went out of that match as the victor. And now at WrestleMania 30, I get the option to wrestle either one of these two men. So who's it going to be, you ask? Well, it's pretty simple to me. Triple H, I am tired of being your henchman. I am tired of being your go-to guy for something that you or Brock don't want to do. I am tired of not being the face of this company. And the only way that I'm going to become the face of this company is to take down the top dog. Take down the guy that has been running the show for as long as I can remember. Ever since I've been gone. So tonight, I don't care anymore. Tonight, I end this. Tonight, the Authority, I'm going to take it down because I am going to challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. Oh, Randy, that's so typical of you. I give you everything, and yet you still throw it back in my face. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, Randy, because now I'm gonna make your life a living hell. And you think you're gonna beat Brock Lesnar? Well, think again, because you're not even gonna get close to that championship. You're not even gonna make it to WrestleMania, because starting tonight, it all goes downhill from here, Orton, because you, my friend, you're done.
The King. Bow down to the King in red as he walked from the place.
Are you kidding me? Randy Orton has betrayed the Authority. He will challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30 for the WWE Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode. I am BrendenPlayz. Fantastic to be here with you. As you can see, we are 4 weeks away from the big one, from the show of all shows, WrestleMania. And not only that, WrestleMania 30. So huge time coming up in Universe Mode, as we now know the main event will be Orton versus Lesnar. That is going to be huge. So now we have a tag team tournament to determine the number one contenders for the tag team championships. We're going to start this off this week with Truth and Consequences. They're going to face the Punjabi Cobra in the opening contest. Now we'll have a bit of a graphic up there later on for you. And Adam Rose, he's going to make his debut. Will Dean Ambrose be a lemon or a rosebud? We'll find out. As AJ Lee will face Summer Rae. The Shield, the new tag champs, will face the Rhodes Brothers. Can the Shield continue their momentum coming off the Elimination Chamber? 4 men in the Elimination Chamber match for Raw was John Cena, Kane, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk. They're going to have a fatal 4-way match. That'll be interesting to see. And, well, it's begun. Randy Orton, he'll take on all 3 members of the Wyatt family in a 1-on-3 handicap match. Well, good luck, Randy. You're going to need it because the Authority, they're not too happy with you right now. So Adam Rose, his debut, he gets a victory. He beats Dean Ambrose. AJ Lee, former Divas Champion, takes on another former Divas Champion in Summer Rae, and Summer Rae beats her. The Shield, they knock off the Rhodes Brothers, so they continue their momentum coming out of the Elimination Chamber. And Kane, he wins the Fatal 4-Way match. We'll play the Orton match, and we'll play the Tag Tournament match. So, guys, I highly recommend that if you didn't check out the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, please go and do so right now. You can find it on my channel. Just click my channel link, and one of the recent videos, it will be there. Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. It was a great show. A lot of you guys gave me some good reviews, and I really appreciate all the likes. Over 200 likes in the video, which is fantastic. So keep those likes coming. If you want to see the next episode of Universe Mode, make sure, well, let's give me 150 likes. So we'll do that, and the more likes, the more incentive that I have to upload. So busy times coming up right now. So I have exams and things going on. So the Universe Mode videos are gonna lack a little bit. So I'm just warning you guys now. But if you keep liking the videos, keep subscribing, keep supporting the videos, then I may try to get them out a little quicker. So we have the Truth and Consequences. They're going to take on the Punjabi Cobra. We haven't seen too much of Punjabi Cobra as a tag team in recent times. So I wonder if that will kind of let them down in this match. Whereas Truth and Consequences, they were really on a hot run. But the only team that really was able to stop them was the Primetime Players. And then, of course, the Primetime Players, they went on to be the Tag Team Champions at the Royal Rumble. Unfortunately, they lost the titles to the Shield, who the Shield had their rematch. And, well, in their 3rd match, the Shield were able to get the victory. So, as it stands, it is 2-1 to the Shield. Will we see a 4th match? I mean, if the Primetime Players go on to win this tag tournament, we may indeed just see a 4th match between these 2 teams. So here we go, the Tag Team Tournament for WrestleMania 30 has begun. The Truth and Consequences taking Punjabi Cobra on, so this will certainly be very, very interesting. How are we going to do this? We're going to have each episode of Universe Mode leading into WrestleMania. We're going to have a Tag Team Tournament match, and we'll play every single one of these Tag Team matches, and we'll find out as each episode goes who exactly will be in the tournament. It won't be announced until that episode begins, so couple teams that we may not have seen in recent times, they may get an opportunity, we may have a surprise winner. It just really gives an opportunity for teams that haven't really been given the spotlight in recent weeks or recent months to come in and get an opportunity. And I mean, the Primetime Players, they do pretty much deserve to have a rematch, but we're going to make them earn it. If they want a rematch, they have to win this tournament. If they win this tournament, kudos to them, they deserve one. But they're not going to get off easy, in my book at least. They're going to have to earn this tag team title opportunity. So, some stiff competition here. Both these teams are good. I mean, look at this. The Great Khali. We haven't seen much of Khali, to be honest, in Universe Mode. So, it's good to see him in action. So, I mean, you have a 7-foot tall, 7'2" or something, 400-pound Khali on your team. It's pretty hard to lose, isn't it? So, Truth and Consequences, they really have been hot and cold in recent weeks. We thought they were going to be the next tag champs. We thought they were going to be the next big thing in tag teams on Universe Mode. They fell off the railing a little bit, and now they're back to doing kind of nothing. They're just winning here and there. They're not really building consistency together. In this tournament, you have to build 3 wins in a row. So you have to win 3 times in a row to get yourself an opportunity against the tag team champions. So consistency is key in a tournament like this. So certainly, these teams really do need to build the consistency, and that's something that Truth and Consequences certainly has struggled with. So we'll have to wait and see if they can string together a couple of victories here. But Punjabi Cobra, as we said, haven't really wrestled together as a tag team too much lately. I mean, Santino kind of has been in and around the US title scene, maybe trying to make a play again for it. Before that, you know, we saw Punjabi Cobra team up for a little bit, but not really a long length of time. So these teams really could lack in that regard, in my opinion. But Elimination Chamber, we saw the PTP. They went down to the Shield. It was a great match. So really, right now, I think the tag team division is up in the air. If Primetime Players can't win, they can't win this tournament, then who knows? Because we've seen, like we said, Truth and Consequences were at the top. Not so much no more. Awesome Riders has certainly been good, but they have lacked consistency as well. and they haven't been able to win the big match. So a lot of teams have been good, but haven't been great. So very interesting time ahead, especially with this tournament. So it's a good way to determine who exactly we'll see at WrestleMania face off against the Shield. So probably a lot of you guys wondering, am I going to break the Shield up in Universe Mode? No, unless it just happens naturally. It could happen in the future. I'm not saying anything. But they are the tag champs, and they're going to be the tag champs until they lose it. And then if they lose it, then we'll see how we go from there. But we will not break the Shield up just yet. So I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, well, Seth Rollins betrayed the Shield. He's got to do it in Universe Mode, right? Well, look, the Primetime Players, they broke up months ago, and they're still a tag team in my Universe Mode. So just because it happens in the real doesn't mean it's going to translate straight away into my game. So who knows? Anything can happen in Universe Mode, though. That's the key point to reiterate right there. So Carly's on the outside. Truth is continuing to attack there, but now I thought Xavier Woods wants a piece of Carly, but he's not going to get some. Referee's counting up to a 3 count now. So some great matches at the Elimination Chamber. I had a lot of fun putting that together. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I mean, Ryback, still the world champ. Lesnar, still the world WWE champion. How that happened, I do not know. I mean, those guys both survived their respective Elimination Chambers, which were fantastic matches. Randy Orton and The Rock, they put on an absolute clinic. That was a classic match. And I really want to see a third match between those two guys. Probably will never happen because Randy Orton retired The Rock. So unless we see The Rock come out of retirement, which I don't even think he's able to. I think the clause of the match meant that The Rock was gone forever. So I don't know, but who knows? But certainly a third match between those two guys has to happen sometime, surely. The Rock's won, Randy Orton's won. We need a 2 and a 1. So maybe one day, maybe in the next game or something like that, we'll see those two guys square off one more time. But those two guys certainly put on a classic. And I loved seeing those guys get in the ring together. It was really fun playing with that match, no doubt. So right now, looks as though these guys are just taking a bit of a breather on the outside here, not really doing too much. And now we're back in the ring. We've got Woods and Santino back in the ring together. And Woods attacking Santino in the corner. Uh-oh. What's he going to... Hang on. Oh! A bulldog off the top, taking down Santino Marella off the top rope. So Xavier Woods pulling out all the stops to try and take down the Punjabi Cobra to get themselves an opportunity at the Shield for the tag titles. They deserve it. They haven't had one yet. Is it their opportunity? Is it their time? So WrestleMania 30 is coming up. We have a lot of matches we need to build up. Up in the air about what's going to happen with the US title with Big E beating Axel. Now we need to find a new contender for Big E's title. So that'll be certainly interesting to see what happens exactly there. Divas champion Oksana, she beat AJ Lee, who just got beat by Summer Rae. So it's up in the air what's going to happen there. I mean, Oksana, I think she's going to be tough to beat. A bit of tag team there from R-Truth and Xavier Woods. So it's certainly up in the air exactly who's going to face the Divas champion at WrestleMania 30, as well as the US champion. So a lot of things we need to find out in the next few weeks, especially on Raw. And the tag titles, that's all sorted out. That'll play itself out. And now we know the main event of WrestleMania. So WrestleMania card will start to play together. Now, the interesting thing is, we know Randy Orton's going to face Brock Lesnar. Who's going to face Ryback? That's the thing we really need to find out. That's going to be the key component, especially on the upcoming episode of Universe Mode. SmackDown, we need to find a new contender for Ryback's championship, and especially at WrestleMania 30, it's got to be a damn good one. So that'll be very interesting to see who exactly steps up, because, I mean, you look at the SmackDown chamber, I think it was, Del Rio, Batista, they really put on a good performance. So I think one of those two guys perhaps, and hell, The Undertaker, he got screwed out of being in the Elimination Chamber. I think he probably deserves an opportunity as well. He didn't even get a chance to be in the Chamber match. He could have won that match and be world champion right now if it wasn't for, well, we don't know exactly who it was, but I think all the signs kind of point towards Chris Jericho. If it wasn't for Jericho, well, so we're gonna say it was Jericho. If it wasn't for Jericho, then he could be champion right now as a 2.5 count there. I think Xavier Woods broke it off in time. A Bulldog taking down R-Truth. Santino may have him here. Carly's in the ring. Can he stop Woods this time? No, it doesn't matter because he kicks out at 2 once again. So really good effort here from R-Truth. There's a nice kick right to the head as Carly takes down Xavier Woods as well. Can Truth and Consequences finally get the big victory here that they've desperately needed? As Truth takes down Morales, got him down. Shoulders down. 2, 3, that's it. Xavier Woods was too slow. Carly, he took him down. And Punjabi Cobra have pulled up a big upset and will advance in the tag team tournament. That is a monster victory for the Punjabi Cobra. I didn't expect him to get the victory here, but great teamwork. They really pulled out all the stops here, and they really deserve to get that victory. So let's go ahead and check out the tag team tournament graphic here. So Punjabi Cobra advances, like we said. We won't know who they'll face next up, but in the coming weeks, we'll find out who exactly will fill those spots and face off against the Shield at WrestleMania 30. So really, really good match there between these two tag teams. Truth and Consequences once again getting so close, but yet so far just can't win the big one. But Punjabi Cobra, that's a big upset. I didn't think they would be able to pull it out there. I didn't think they'd be able to get the victory, but they've done it. They're good enough to get the win, and congratulations to them. So we'll move on to the next match now, which of course is none other than Randy Orton versus the Wyatts. So it seems to me that the Authority has kind of moved away from using the Shield as their henchmen in recent times, and now the Wyatt family have been employed by the Authority to kind of do their dirty work. So now that Randy Orton is no longer a part of the Authority, you'd have to say that he will be stripped of his title as the GM of SmackDown. Not that he really wanted it anyways. So it'll be very interesting to see what exactly happens there. I mean, will we see a new SmackDown GM in coming weeks? Now, I have to apologize here, guys. I mean, I actually downloaded some new Wyatt family cores in recent weeks, so I haven't really gone ahead and fixed up their entrance there. I did it for the tag team and the singles, but I forgot to do it for the trio. My apologies there, so it's pretty crappy there. Anyways, Wyatt family versus Randy Orton, 3-on-1 handicap match. It is a handicap tag match, so Bray Wyatt will have to tag in his partners here to get them involved. It will not be tornado tag, so that means Randy Orton has a slight chance. So we'll see. So Randy Orton looking to immediately kind of take down the Wyatts early on there with a nice swift drop kick, taking down Bray Wyatt off the top rope, deciding against it though. And now Luthez Press, Harper got sent flying as well. So Randy Orton, I think it's pretty simple to me. I mean, you look at this. He came back in Survivor Series. He did the job that Triple H wanted him to do. He probably thought that in their agreement to come back, that Triple H would be giving him a match against The Rock at TLC. That didn't happen. Instead, Triple H took the match himself. Instead, Triple H decided, you know what? I'll make you the GM. I'll give you something to do while I take down The Rock and you sit on the sidelines. So you can understand why Randy Orton was pretty pissed off about that. But Randy Orton, being the class act that he is, he came away, didn't complain about it. He went and did the job as SmackDown GM, but he had the power. He had the power to put himself in a Royal Rumble winning situation. He put himself at number 40 in the Royal Rumble match, and as it so happened to be, he went ahead and won the Royal Rumble match. And then, now that he's submitted his WrestleMania main event spot, he went ahead and challenged The Rock at Elimination Chamber whilst putting his winning spot on the line. But Randy Orton, confident that he could beat The Rock, he went on and beat The Rock. Now, the power's in Randy Orton's hands. He had the opportunity to face either Ryback and just be what the Authority wants him to be, the second champion, and not be the face of the company, just be the second guy of the Authority, second champ of the Authority, not the main champ. Or he could take down the big dog, be the face of the company, show Triple H that, hey, I can be the man. Forget about Brock Lesnar. I can beat his long-running title reign, the longest-running title reign in Universe Mode history. I can end that. I can be the face of this company, and I can beat the Authority and be the champion of the WWE for good. So, Randy Orton, he's bold. It's a big move, but you know, if it doesn't pay off, then you can pretty much kiss Randy Orton's career goodbye, because to betray the Authority like that, the Authority brings Randy in as one of their own. They give him a great job as a GM, whilst they didn't let him wrestle, which is quite clearly what he wanted to do. I think that was a bit of a mistake on the Authority's part. I think the Authority probably should have brought back Randy Orton for this Survivor Series match and then put Randy on SmackDown and then let him face off against the world champion Ryback and let him, compete over there. I think that would have satisfied Randy Orton, after beating The Rock. But now so much time has passed since Randy Orton's been back, and obviously Randy Orton, pissed off at the Authority, decided to use the opportunity that he had to challenge Lesnar, and who knows, at WrestleMania 30 he could be the next WWE champion, and he may just end Brock Lesnar's title reign. I mean, you look at the guys that Lesnar's defeated. I mean, he just survived a 6-man Elimination Chamber. Before that, he's beaten Kane, Rob Van Dam, CM Punk, The Rock, John Cena. So some great names, some Hall of Fame names amongst that list. Now, you add in Daniel Bryan and Big E from the Elimination Chamber. So Lesnar's beaten everybody there is to beat. But you add Randy Orton into the mix. That's a whole nother new dynamic that you would not have expected. And the Authority, I think they may have had a sneaking suspicion that Randy Orton might have went that way, but we saw at the Elimination Chamber, Randy Orton and Triple H shaking hands as to say that everything's all good, they're on the same page. But as it's, Randy Orton had an extra night to think about it, and he probably coming off the big victory that he got against The Rock, maybe he's thinking, well, I'll go one more, let's try my luck once again, and we'll try and take down the Authority at WrestleMania. It's a big move, it could either pay off, it's a big risk, but hey, if it pays off, we've got a new WWE champion. There's there's an RKO from Randy Orton. Can he possibly do it? Hang on, Harper's down, Rowan's down, Wyatt's down. You don't think he can do it? 2, 3, Orton wins. Are you kidding me? The Authority's back. The Authority's plan has backfired, and Randy Orton has defeated all 3 Wyatt family members somehow, some way. Randy Orton hitting the big RKO on Bray Wyatt. Then he took down Eric Rowan. I think Harper was taken down by Rowan there. And Randy Orton sneaks in. Bray Wyatt was still down and out long enough. And Randy Orton comes away with a big victory. So that's a monster win for Randy Orton as he continues his quest to perhaps be the next WWE. Oh, wait a minute. There's Triple H and Brock Lesnar. Randy Orton celebrating. Lesnar and... What the... Taken down from Lesnar. Well, perhaps the Authority continuing their assault. They figured, look, you may have survived that one, but you're not going to survive this again. At WrestleMania, we'll see The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you next episode. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.